also commended the chaplain at this morning's breakfast, guaranteeing his job was secure.
Thank you as well to Senate Chaplain Barry Black for his moving words. And I don't know, Chaplain, whether or not that's an appointed position. Is that an appointed position? I don't even know if you're a Democrat or if you're a Republican, but I'm appointing you for another year. The hell with it. And I think it's not even my appointment. It's the Senate's appointment, but we'll talk to them. Your son is here. Your job is very, very secure, okay?
For those wondering, it is indeed a Senate appointment. Joining me now, Senate Chaplain Barry Black. Chaplain, thank you so much for being here. First, I want to get your reaction to President Trump bringing up The Apprentice star Arnold Schwarzenegger, talking about ratings. Is this worth praying about in your view?
Well, I think that he was trying to say some things tongue-in-cheek and to keep it light. I think that was what it was all about. And from the response of the audience, they laughed at some of what he had to say and applauded some of what he had to say. So I don't think they were taking it too seriously either.
So what about you and what Trump said about you? You're appointed by the Senate, as I said, not the president, but still seems that you made quite an impression on him. You get to keep your job. Apparently, according to President Trump, what was your reaction to what he had to say?
Well, again, I thought he was trying to express his appreciation for what I had to say about making your voice heard in heaven. I was trying to hammer home the point that people of faith often underestimate the power they have in making things happen. We become so preoccupied with making our voices heard on earth through social media, through television, through Twitter, that we forget that if we are believers, we are connected to an omniscient, omnipresent, omnipotent God who can get things done, but often by request only. And so, I think he was basically saying, thank you for that message and your job is secure. He self-corrected. He basically pointed out that indeed it is a Senate appointment and the executive branch really has very little to do with my job. Moreover, my boss is the sovereign God of the universe, so he is the one from whom even presidents and senators borrow their heartbeats.
And it was interesting this morning you said that we need to pray for everyone, all people, including non-Christians, and that prayer must come from a sense of need. What have you been praying over the last week for in regards to the refugees who have been denied entry to the U.S.?
Well, I think that there is just so much pain in the lives of the refugees. And Galatians 5:14 says, loving your neighbor as yourself fulfills the entire law. So I have to ask myself, God, how would I feel if I were one of the refugees, and how would I want to be treated? I know a little something about being marginalized. I know a little something about being left out. And so I think if we are truly trying to fulfill the law of God, we will be, as Galatians 5:14 saying, loving our neighbors as ourselves. So I pray for refugees like I would want someone to pray for me if I were in that situation.
Let me just quickly ask you this. Trump also said he would, quote, destroy the Johnson Amendment. This is a law that limits the ability of religious tax-exempt organizations to endorse or oppose a political candidate. Do you agree with that repeal?
My position is nonpartisan and non-sectarian, and I basically let the politicians do what the politicians do.
All right. Thank you so much, Chaplain Barry Black. We'll leave it there. Appreciate it.